Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello guys, welcome to the video. And in this video, I will present a journal presentation that discuss about the effects of social networking sites on students' studying habits by Tolga Gok. The first section is background of the research. Social networking sites or SNS have become popular with the help of digital technologies and internet recently. Social media is a virtual platform. This platform help people to make new connection, to improve friendly relation with other humans, and to exchange information. Social media has really become an integral part of people in daily lives. People that addicted to SNS are called as heavy users. For the section problems, there are two main problems in this study. The first one is, are there any differences between female and male students' social networking sites usage? The second one is, are there any differences between female and male students' studying and habits? And for the limitation of the study, the research was performed on four departments in Torbali Technical Vocational School of Higher Education at Dokuz Eylül University, Turkey. The study sample consists of 220 volunteer students. The students were between 18 and 20 years old. The frequency distributions, means, and standard deviation of female and male students' values were calculated. Independent samples, t-test, was conducted to determine the statistical difference of means between male and female students according to the statements. The difference between genders was considered significant with p-values less than 0.05. The objective of the study is to examine the positive and negative effects of social networking sites on female and male students' studying and habits. There are four targets for the study. The first one is for student. The result will provide the student with some knowledge of positive and negative effect of social media. It will give the students a realization that too much using social media is bad for them. For parents, the given data will help parents to do preventive measures to help their children from too much using social media. For teacher, the given data will guide the teacher on what to do with the students, so they can limit their time on using social media. The result will make people realize that most of their time is spent using social media. It will be good if they would like to limit their time on using social media. Salas and Alexander, in their study in 2008, revealed that SNS provide students to discuss about class materials and to share academic issues. Other studies reported that the usage of social media and internet was changed to gender. They demonstrated that males spend more time than female on computer games and females spend more time than male on chatting. The present study was used survey methodology. Questionnaire was designed for research which consists of 14 questions. As you can see in the picture on the left side, the research instruments reliability and validity will be conducted with the help of more data in the future study. The students were given approximately 5 minutes to fill out the questionnaire. The collected data were analyzed by IBM SPSS Statistic 22 software. And now is the findings. The findings showed that 55%, above 55% of students' parents have high school degree. About 47% of the student family income level is between $1,400 and $800 each month. About 59% of them getting their first smartphone on 15 and 20 years of age. 50% of them spending 1.5 hour on smartphone. 65% of them spending 2 hours on computer. 87% of them using computer to open social networking sites. 58% of them don't have time to read newspaper, book, and the others. 64% of them don't have time to do physical exercise. 80% of them do not take an interest for studying science course. 87% of them spending less than 1 hour for studying major course. 80% of them do not take an interest for studying social course. And for the conclusion section, with reference to this first research question, are there any differences between female and male student social networking site usage? The findings showed that approximately 50% both male and female students spend at least 1.5 hour on smartphone to calling friends, messaging, listening to music, and especially for using social networking sites such as Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and the others. And over 65% of both female and male students spend more than 2 hours on computer. 85% of female students use it for using SNS. 75% of them use it to listen to music. 70% of them use it to watch movie, and the others. The first three findings for male students were found to be similar with the findings of female students. With reference to the second research question, are there any differences between female and male students studying and habits? The findings indicated that approximately 60% of responding students do not have enough time for reading books or newspaper, doing physical exercise, and going to the gym. The student prefer spend more time on social media every day. And over 70% of students do not have time for studying both science and social courses. Except for major course, 80% of female students and 65% of male students study their major course less than 1 hour every day. And for suggestions, the positive and negative effects of social media on the students, parents, and the others should be explained to them by experts such as psychologists, sociologists, and the others. The usage of technology device during instruction time should be limited and or prevented because of negative impacts on student concentration in the schools or universities. The research should be performed on students at different levels in order to generalize the findings. Okay, that was the end of my presentation. If you have a question, you can ask me in the midterm English communication meeting. Thank you for watching and see ya.